It's Boog Sciambi. Welcome to the show.
It's 6 o'clock, I'm hopping out of the bed. Rain falling, calling X, but my phone line's dead. I guess my bills ain't paid. No ride to work for the day. Second option, hop the bus, but it's a traffic delay. My boss, cause I'm running late and ain't no excuse. When I'm about to be 22, without a whip I can swoop. Feel like I'm finna my own dome with no escape. Zoning out, cause working out, I work what I make. My lady calling, bugging, always fussing. Just cause we ain't ballin', but it's hard because the cousin's rich. Cause the husband's hustling. I ain't touching nothing but a mic. 5 o'clock and off of work, ready to go home and write. But I ain't got a buck to catch the bus, chillin' at the stop. Rain falling hard as ever and it's soaking my socks. Kicked my kicks off and took off my jacket. Rolled my jeans up, beat up in my headphones, blast them. It started laughing, my own splashing in puddles like the struggle, we dancing in the rain. Alright, I'ma try to do the same thing. Yeah, don't nobody wanna dance slow in the rain. Smooth yo. Don't nobody wanna liberate the weight of the pain. Smooth yo. Sometimes I hate taking trips to the lab. Got my pen and pad, booking instrumentals and slash. Catch the bus regardless. Trying hard to be an artist, but my A&R be calling me out my zone into his office. Being cautious, cause he don't want my record to break. Asking me how I think my project's progressing it. I say cool, but the truth is I'm stressing the grip. Cause it's hard to make music when this depression exists. They say use it as inspiration. The best of them did. Well, that's them, see, I can't handle this pressure for. And if you ask me, stress is my girl needs more attention and my record label's desperate for hits. Now cause I'm getting out the zone again. Makes me start to dread when I see a microphone. It ain't supposed to be like that. I said I'll be right back. I left the office, got a phone and called my partner Jack. And I asked him, remind me while I'm rapping. And right before he answered, I remember my passion in the past when I was scribbling in my tablet to box out my mom and dad's scrapping to help me when my grandmother passed. Plus the many times when I was homeless and the times when I was broke. And this music made a way when I was hopeless. He told me to remember the rain, it'll diminish the pain. And he told me not to ask him again, cause I know don't nobody wanna dance slow in the rain. Smooth yo. Don't nobody wanna liberate the weight of the pain. Smooth yo. Don't nobody wanna dance slow in the rain. Smooth yo. Don't nobody wanna liberate the weight of the pain. Smooth yo. Don't nobody wanna liberate the weight of the pain. Smooth yo. Don't nobody wanna. I don't nobody wanna. I don't nobody wanna. Slow and low. Check it. Don't nobody wanna. Don't nobody. Anybody. You. Don't nobody wanna dance slow in the rain. Smooth yo. Don't nobody wanna liberate the weight of the pain. Smooth yo.
welcome. Thanks for joining us. This is the game of the week on MLB The Show. It's the Los Angeles Angels taking on the Athletics. And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this. About to get started here. And on the hill, Vida Blue. And Singy, he likes pitching at home.
Well, truly for him, there is no place like home. He's been so dominant here. And as a teammate, you expect him when pitching at home this year to go out and dominate just as he has. The fans expect it. And I think everyone around here knows that he's a good pitcher. Even though we don't see the same splits on the road, we're going to start to see that translate as well.
And the batter will be the shortstop, Choo Choo Train. In there for a strike at 100 miles an hour. And we are underway. And that misses off the outside edge. Swing and a liner foul off to the right. Got him. And there's one down.
Well, that curveball had some pretty good break to it. As you can see, the hitter just left up a little bit. Thought it was a great pitch to hit, but sometimes you're looking for something else and you can't pull the trigger.
The batter now, Kevin Newman. That one finds the zone. It's 0-1. Blue measures 6 feet even, 23 years old. He's a former American League MVP. Way out front for strike 2.
No balls, 2 strikes.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Lifted in the air, left field, pretty well struck. Damon on his way over, but the left fielder calls him off and makes the catch. And there are 2 outs. All right, let's take a look at the Angels lineup. This is not a team that's had much success driving the baseball so far this year. They have to rely on stringing hits together as opposed to scoring a lot of runs on homers, doubles, and triples. So it's hard to bunch runs together.
And that's exhausting when your team is at the bottom of the league in slugging percentage, and how much it takes, Boog, for you to put together a rally and put together a big inning. Just a difficult thing to do consistently over a long season. So somehow, some way, somebody's going to have to find some power in this lineup so that they can have some easier wins and enjoy.
Now that's smacked to right center. A dive, and he can't haul it in. Around first, heading for 2. He's there. It's a 2-out double.
He's been swinging it really well lately. I don't know how he's able to shoot that pitch the other way and still put something on it. That pitch was inside, and he let it get really deep. So pretty incredible hands to fight it off and still get good wood on it.
So runner at second, 2 down. Here's Mike Trout. 2 homers in the game yesterday, so he's feeling good coming in. And that's fouled off.
Well, a really good chance right here to pick up a run in the top of the first after what seemed to be a real quiet start to the inning.
Next offering is in for a strike. Blue, one of the best strikeout pitchers in the game, and that certainly is a benefit to him when he's in a spot like this. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
He's in a tough spot, had to make a great pitch, did it, got the strikeout, gets out of the jam. Clearly, he's happy with those results.
And we're back. And today's starter, Reed Detmers. And Chris, he's hoping for some better fortune moving forward.
Yeah, he's definitely had a struggle so far this year, as evidenced by that inflated whip. But he's going to have to find a way to limit the base runners, put his team in a position to win a ball game. So we know he's prepared. We know this guy's a competitor.
There's a swing and a drive. And that gets down in the corner.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great. And now let's see if they force some action with good wheels on the bases.
Standing in is the power-hitting second baseman. Homered in the ball game yesterday afternoon. Check swing, and he went. And that's strike one.
0-1.
The kick and the pitch. Runner goes. Swing and a ball ripped right field. And that one back. And that one is gone. His second homer this series. And just like that, they're out front. It's 2-0.
Boog, his plan was to hit the ball hard, and he was going to figure out the rest later. You can't argue with those results. That's the exact definition of hitting the ball where it's pitched, taking that outside fastball and driving it the opposite way out of the ballpark. You want to bottle that type of approach.
Matt Chapman up to the plate now. Hitless in the first 2 games of the series. He's 0 for 8. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95.
Part of the order coming through now, and with 1 home run already in this inning, they're definitely looking to do some more damage.
Close one, doesn't get the call. Ball 1-1.
Good spot there, but didn't get the strike at the knees, and doesn't seem too convinced by the call out there on the mound as he tries to get a better sense of the umpire's strike zone.
The 1-1. Curve in the dirt.
2-1.
Hard hit left side. The throw to first. And that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer. And time now to check out the A's lineup. And we check out the guy in the 7th spot, Hunter Renfroe.
Well, he's an important part of this lineup for sure. I mean, there's no doubt about it, Boog. It's somebody that they try to feed off of. He does a lot of things, very well up there at the plate. He's got a presence about him, and he's a guy that you really kind of like to watch swing the bat.
Up the middle, Placencia fires to first in time.
Batting fifth, the designated hitter, Nick Kurtz.
2 down, bases empty. Stepping in, the long ball threat, Nick Kurtz. Put that 600 slugging into context. The league average usually in the low 400s. That one finds the zone. Strike one. Ball one there.
1-1.
So a foul ball makes it 1-2. one sizzling on its way through to the outfield. And that extends the inning. Next up for the A's, Miguel Tejada. Swing and a high fly ball to left. Ward sizes this one up and makes the grab. And that's the inning. The A's with a 2-run blast. It's now a 2-0 ball game. We head to the second in MLB The Show's Game of the Week. All set for the start of the inning. Now the left fielder, Taylor Ward.
Taylor Ward.
Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't get...
This one looks like trouble. Now he'll turn for second. And he's there with a leadoff double.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. First pitch fastball in a great spot to do some damage, and he squared it up nicely.
So up next, Mike Napoli. Fouled off. He was late. Swing and a miss. 0-2.
I'll tell you what, he's embarrassed right now. Never swings at that kind of pitch, especially that early in the count.
Runner in scoring position, nobody out. Here in the third and final game of the series.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2.
Well, he's having a tough time getting a pitch by him. As a hitter, you feel pretty confident that you're seeing different pitches still able to make some type of contact.
Swing and a miss, struck him out.
With that kind of velocity and elevated fastball, even if it's still in the strike zone, can be tough for hitters to get on top of.
And next for L.A., Troy Glaus.
It's been a tough stretch for him at the plate. Only 2 hits over the last 5 games.
Glaus working through some struggles lately. One out and a runner at second here in the rubber match of this 3-game series. And he hits a ground ball right side, and it goes just foul.
Yeah, they say baseball is a game of failure, and that's true even for longtime major leaguers. Sometimes you'll have tough stretches just like this, but he's an experienced vet. He'll probably right the ship soon.
So back-to-back strikeouts now, and they still haven't managed to do anything with the leadoff double.
Yeah, Boog, and you just don't want to get careless here. You've done a really good job to get 2 outs after that leadoff double, as you mentioned, and just got to execute your pitches, and it's a non-issue.
Zach Neto. Strike 1.
Well, the best way to shake off yesterday's struggles is to get on the board early. They've got a guy in scoring position. They've got to find a way here to get him in.
Now one missed.
Ball.
The 1-1. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. 1 hit, 1 left. We go to the bottom of inning number 2. It's the A's 2 and the Angels nothing. And welcome back to the ballpark. And here's the veteran outfielder, Hunter Renfroe. Singing, he's a guy that covers both sides of the plate about as well as anyone in the sport. How difficult is that to do?
Well, just look at the back of my bubblegum card. You'll see how hard it is. These guys are great, man. They have the ability to look out there, but also to be able to turn on the inside pitch. Those that can really sharpen things on the outer half, those are the ones that become elite.
Kendall.
And now here's the A's catcher, Jason Kendall. And this is a guy that doesn't just impact the game defensively. They count on him to deliver offense.
He's the first guy at the ballpark. He's got to study opposing hitters. He's got to get familiar with his starting pitcher for that night. And he's getting in the cage to take his swings. That's a whole lot, and so many times goes unnoticed.
Next up for the A's, Johnny Damon. This has been a career year for him when it comes to driving in runs. Just a slow ground ball this time. On to first, and they go down fast. 3 outs on 3 pitches. So they go quietly there. We head on down to the top of the 3rd. It's the A's 2 and the Angels nothing. Let's check out some notable Cy Young candidates so far this year.
Reggie Molina.
Blue back to work. That one fouled hard the other way.
You know, he's been a tough out for a good stretch now. Pitchers just haven't been able to figure him out. He's been doing a really good job of getting on base as well.
There's the strike. Up and in. Going to count 1 and 2.
Pretty standard high 0-2 fastball right there. If you're smart, you'll look for something down in the zone, but not too far. Don't want to chase that breaking ball in the dirt.
And that's through the swing. It's a strikeout.
Committed to that breaking ball just a little too much and couldn't pull the bat back in time. Once you get it going, it can be so tough to stop the momentum of that barrel. Good pitch, had him fooled.
Train, the next to hit, takes ball 1. Swings and misses. And it's 1 and 1.
1 and 1.
One out, base is empty. Just misses with that one.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Now this is in the air down the line. Renfroe getting an angle on it. Brings it in. And there are 2 down.
Man, Boog, I love watching an outfielder take on the wall to make that play. And it's a lot easier to watch from up here because that can be painful in the end. You know the wall's coming up on you quickly, so you have to maintain concentration and able to make that catch and hold on to it after contact.
And Ricky Henderson the grab. 3 up, 3 down for him there. We head down to the home half of inning number 3. It's the A's 2 and the Angels nothing. And we're back. Now it's the power speed combo. Ricky Henderson.
When he steps into the batter's box, the comfort level looks so high. It doesn't matter what kind of delivery that pitcher has, what kind of velocity, what kind of secondary stuff. He is so settled in there. He owns the home plate area.
And first offering is fouled off. That one ripped. And that's a fair ball. Around first and hustling for second. Check that. He'll stop at first with a single after putting on the brakes.
That play looks routine defensively, but with all of the little nooks, it can get real tricky down in the corner. Kept it to a long single. Nice defensive play.
Man at first. Now it's the second baseman. He's already homered here in this one. Ricky on the move. Pitch in for a strike. Safe in second, and that was not close.
Well, with that kind of elite arm he has behind the plate, and it's a pretty big deal when you can swipe a bag against this dude. Maybe more than anything, it prevents teams from just testing him, thinking that they can even steal the base. But right here, they successfully moved that runner up to scoring position. Good job.
Man at second. Rolled softly, but that goes foul. Line drive caught. The throw to second is offline.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting the line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
And here is Matt Chapman. 0 for 1. He grounded out in his first at bat. It's interesting, he plays kind of a power spot defensively, but runs pretty well. So when you're looking at that position, you're not expecting someone that has maybe above average speed, but he does. And that one fouled off. Henderson over at second, 1 down.
And I think that skill set really upgrades the position, because when you have that kind of speed, it makes the whole team that much better.
Placencia on the run, throw to first. In time, got him.
Just an outstanding play going up the middle right there. And the exchange to get the throw off to first just shows you why he's one of the best shortstops around. So smooth, yet so quick at the same time. And any slower, and those wheels burning down the first baseline are going to turn that into an infield hit.
And now Mark McGwire. A swing and a miss, and that's strike one. What about him playing another position on defense, one that would require a little more range?
Absolutely, and I think if push came to shove where they had to make a move during a game, it'd surprise a lot of people. You might even be able to put him in center field.
Rip to short. Slings to first. Inning over. The A's strand one, but they hold the 2-0 lead. Welcome back as we take a check of the current standings.
John Baylor.
Right through there for a strike. Baylor, multi-time All-Star, more than 2,000 hits in his career. He joined the team as a free agent.
1-1.
Battling here as he fouls it away. This to third, Chapman. To first, 1 up, 1 down.
The center fielder, number 27, Mike Trout.
Here's Trout. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time. Hit on the ground to short. Tejada. 2 up, 2 down.
Got him.
The left fielder, number 3, Taylor Ward.
2 outs, base is empty. Here's the left fielder, Taylor Ward. Doubled his first time up. Hard ground ball, base knock. And that keeps the inning going.
Wasting no time. He's
Next for the Angels,
2 for 2 now on the night,
Mike
and just a triple and home run away from the cycle.
Seriously,
That's
we're
down.
starting with this already. Napoli takes low, second trip to the plate in this one. Yeah, big swing and a miss. The Halos
1-1.
trailing by 2. Top half of inning number 4. Across the letters at 99. And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. Make it 7 strikeouts for him. Angels lead 1. They're still down. It's 2-0.
Things we show. It's just some places we go. It's just some whips we roll. Oh, always we know. Just some things we show. Oh, cool hat trick. Watch me back.
And welcome back to the ballpark. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Now the A's designated hitter, Nick Kurtz. swings through that.
Well, he's looking great so far. It helps when over 80% of your first pitches are strikes. He might be able to go the distance if he keeps this up.
Swings and misses. And it's 0-2.
Well, he just threw that fastball by him, elevated, and if you're not looking up in that location, very difficult to catch up to, especially with that velocity.
Got him. And now one away.
Well, that right there is just a pitcher's pitch, tailing away from the hitter, low and away with some
Now
good
batting,
action at the end. You know, even if he gets the bat to that ball, it's probably just a weak ground ball to the opposite side. I tell you what, that's a tremendous two-strike pitch.
And that one hammered. That's back. That one is gone. His 19th home run of the year. It's 3-0.
First pitch hacking, and it paid off for him in a big way. That's an impressive swing of the bat to go over the wall to the opposite field gap. And, you know, there are a lot of guys that just don't have the pop to do that, and probably just as many who don't have the approach either. He let that ball travel, and he got great extension on the follow-through to drive it out of here.
Swing and a ground ball. And Renfroe is retired.
The catcher, number 28,
Jason Kendall. Now at the plate. Fly to center his first time. He's 0 for 1. Out to short. Finds its way through, base hit. And that keeps the inning alive. And now the center fielder, Johnny Damon. Grounded out his first time up. Swing and a base hit. And now 2 aboard. So the batting order turns over. Now here's the leadoff hitter for the A's, Ricky Henderson. In the dirt.
0-1.
Two outs. Way high
ball,
there.
1 strike.
And that's ball 1. Action in the Angels bullpen. Hans Kraus preparing to come on if needed. Suarez also getting ready. In the dirt.
1-2 is the count.
The A's looking to add another.
That's a ball.
Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. One scores in the inning, coming on this solo home run as the A's are on top. This is MLB The Show's Game of the Week. Coming up, we head to the 5th. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point.
These hitters today are so great with handling velocity. They're seeing high speeds day after day, and a nice job of turning that one around.
Neto in the box now. No balls and a strike.
Boog, over 80% of his first pitches are strikes. You're doing that, you could have a really good day out there on the mound.
And that's in there at the knees.
Well, he's gotten ahead with 2 pitches down in the zone. He has plenty of options right here. He can go up, he can go away, he can add velocity, he can subtract.
And it's caught for the out.
The catcher, number 1.
So in now for the Angels, Benji Molina. His first at bat was a strikeout. 0-1.
Yeah.
And that's a great take right there. Even though it's a strike,
0-1.
with the situation, runner on first base, you want to keep the ball off the ground. And you swing at that pitch, most likely you roll into a double play.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. And he deals. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. Swing and a ball drilled center field. Pulls it down and there's 2 gone. Stepping in is the switch hitting shortstop, Choo-Choo Train. 0 for 2 in this one. And that drops in for a strike.
Well, this looks like it's going to be a wasted opportunity. It's frustrating when you get the leadoff man on, but you can't get him into scoring position. They're going to need a big knock. Try to put something up on the board.
Halter puts it away, and that'll do it. Still nothing on the scoreboard for him after 5. It's the A's 3 and the Angels nothing. Welcome back. Let's take a look at how the series has played out so far.
Number 19.
Fought off foul.
You know, these Athletics doing a good job of putting the ball into play, and that makes things more challenging on the defensive side. The numbers tell us they're averaging more than a hit every inning, and they've only struck out twice, so they keep finding ways to put their bat on the ball.
That one is absolutely belted. Trout ranges back. Pulls it in on the warning track.
Now batting, third baseman, Matt.
Now Matt Chapman at the plate. He's grounded out a couple of times.
No base hits in the series for him so far, and it's clearly been a rough one. You just hope he's not pressing too hard, because that just compounds things. It makes the slump even longer. Never seems to help. Never helped me.
That one lifted to left. And there's 2 away.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front
Number
shoulder
baseman,
coming
number
open instead of
25.
staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
McGuire up for the 3rd time.
Oh, yeah.
2 down, nobody on. Last half of inning number 5.
Timeout.
Time called now. That one almost got him.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking at bat. He just battles up there. He doesn't take a pitch off at all. Makes it so difficult on the pitchers out there. You can tell they get frustrated with how long it takes to put him away.
Next offering misses, and the count's full.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you hit a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
Dives, and he can't hang on. Gets it there in time, though, and they do get the third out of the inning. Nothing doing there for the A's, but they lead at 3-0. Welcome back. And struggles at the plate in this series as we take a look at the numbers. Blue back to work. Check swing, called strike.
You know, these Angels just lacking discipline at the plate in this ball game. They've been chasing pitches outside the zone all game, and it's led to some frustrating moments. They've been fooled quite a bit today.
Inside, just missed.
Close pitch there, and he's kind of wondering where it missed. You know, getting a feel for each umpire's strike zone is something that pitchers and hitters really have to think about and work on from game to game, and sometimes from at bat to at bat.
Runs it up to 96 to record the punch out.
Well, he didn't get the call on the mound the pitch before. Felt like he should have had him looking, I think. But, you know, that's good composure right there. He found a way to come back with another good pitch to get him to swing and miss.
Now it's the right fielder, Don Baylor. And that drops in for a strike.
Well, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or two is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
Next offering is fouled back. The Angels trailing by 3, and we're the top half of the 6th. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row. Chris, third time through the order, and a couple of quick outs for the starter.
Yeah, he's been very frugal today, economical with the pitch count.
And now batting, Mike Trout. Just missed. Just off the inside edge.
2-0 count to a guy with this much pop at the dish. You better expect him to be turning on something. It's going to either get hit hard to the pull side, or the fans better look out in the stands.
Got it started a little too early. Strike 1.
2-1.
2 out, space is empty. Outside with a breaking ball.
He hasn't fallen behind in the count like this all day. He's in danger of walking his first batter right here.
Hit hard on the ground to short. Tosses across to first, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. Angels go quietly there. They trail it here 3-0. Back now for the bottom of the 6th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Hans Kraus.
And he's had a really hard time throwing strikes so far this season. His walk rate is up there among the worst in the league for relievers.
High fly ball down the left field line. That one back there. Can't get to it as it drops into the corner. Throw into third, and that's a leadoff double.
The first move felt like a bit of a guess. You have to be right in those spots or things can get away from you awfully quickly.
Miguel Tejada up next for the A's. He's already homered in this game. And a swing and a miss. There's that slider.
0-1.
On the ground out to short. And they almost caught him, but he's back in time.
Now batting, right fielder.
First and second, no outs. Hunter Renfroe up next for the A's. Has grounded out a couple of times. And a foul ball. First and second, no outs here in the bottom of the sixth. Swing and a foul out of play. The 0-2. Grounder might be two. Off balance feet. There's one. Now over to Napoli. Double play.
The kicker, number 28. Jason.
Nice soft hands on the backhand right there in the 6th hole. Starts the double play. It's not an easy throw, but he puts it on the money. Really good job to get that double play started.
And now here's the A's catcher, Jason Kendall. 1 for 2. Ground ball up the middle, and that one handled. Sends it to first, and that will end the inning. No runs, 1 hit, a double, no errors, and 1 man left. We're through 6 full. It's the A's 3 and the Angels nothing. Welcome back as we take a peek at the starting pitching so far this year.
Ward.
And that's in for a strike. 0-1. In the air to left center. Damon moving under it. Hauls it in for the out.
The first baseman, number 12.
Mike Napoli, the next to hit for the Angels, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. That's in there, and it's 0-1.
I really like how he's been attacking hitters early in at bats. He's thrown strikes on the first pitch to over 70% of the guys he's faced in this one.
Out towards right center. That's well struck. This one could be trouble. Makes the turn and heads for second. And that's a double.
Everything came together for him. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit. Now that sets up a huge at bat in this ball game.
Swings through that one.
That was straight queso right there.
Swing and a miss, and he got him. And that K brings him into double digits for the game.
I got to think that was the plan all the way. He set him up with a high fastball and then bury that curveball down low to get him swinging. Now, especially with how effective pitchers work up in the zone these days, that's a devastating combination.
Over to first. That ends the frame. Angels strand one. They trail in this one 3-0.
Now pitching for
We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Jonathan Loaisiga.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Now at the plate, Johnny Damon.
The center fielder.
You talk about elite defensive players, especially in the middle of the diamond, and this guy is at the top of the list. High fly ball, right field. Baylor on the move. Hauls it in, and there's one away.
Really nice job to get your first out of the ball game.
Ricky Henderson up next for the A's. This guy with big-time power and an elite defender. That one ripped right center field. And that gets down into the gap. Now he'll turn for second. Well, he thought about 2, but he's back to first safely.
Now batting.
Yeah, the batter now, number 19. And it was a homer back in the first inning that got his day started at the plate.
Yeah, Boog, a 2-run blast, and that swing will give him confidence the rest of the way.
takes off. Tap foul at the plate. Runner on the go again. Swing and a high fly ball right field. Baylor sizing this one up. He makes the grab. The throw in.
Now batting, the third baseman.
And here is Matt Chapman. This guy is one of the best athletes in the sport. Hit on the ground up the middle. That's a base hit. Henderson around second. On his way to third. Lead runner gets the stop sign at third. It's a 2-out double. Second and third now. Next up for the A's, bit of strategy here. They issue the intentional walk, and that'll set up a force play at any base.
These fans don't like to see that because they showed up to watch him swing the bat, but this team does not want to let him beat him.
Yeah, don't need much damage here, just a base hit. Likely will score 2. Liner, and this could be trouble. 1 run's in. Now the second run is in. Well, he delivers in a huge spot right there.
Well, he's so dialed in. I don't think he even realizes how much pressure exists out there. Very easy swing, nice and relaxed. This is the type of approach you want to see guys take in this situation.
Here comes the skipper, and so a lefty out of the pen, Jose Suarez.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
And a pop-up, right side, foul territory. And that is that. But they'll pick up a couple runs here, both coming on this 2-run double. And the lead is now 5-0. This is MLB The Show's Game of the Week. The 8th inning is coming your way next. Welcome back as we take a look at their upcoming schedule.
Benji Molina.
That one misses. 1-0. Blue still out there to pitch the 8th and working with a big lead.
He's been excellent, really on his game in this one, and at this point, he wants to finish what he started.
Is there a debate to be had about shutting him down, maybe to preserve some bullets given the score?
Absolutely. When you consider over the course of a long season, guys putting a lot of stress on that elbow, on that shoulder, but you also have to pry the ball out of the hand of a guy like this because he's so competitive.
Choo-choo Train.
So digging in, Choo-choo Train. 0 for 3 in this one.
When a guy's throwing a lot of first pitch strikes as a hitter, you got to be ready to hit. Now, that's not going to help you get deep into his pitch count and into the bullpen, but you got to take what he's offering that day.
2 down.
The batter, number 10, second baseman, Kevin Newman.
So 2 down now, and here is Kevin Newman. 0 for 3 with 2 flyouts and a strikeout. And that one way outside. And that is ball 1. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Joey gets on base and keeps it going. Don Baylor, the next to hit for the Angels. 1 for 3. This one smoked, could be trouble. Lead runner around second. Coming home. He's safe. It's 5-1.
puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. Man, that feels so good to shoot an absolute bolt the opposite way. Split the gap and know that you've got extra bases right off the bat. That's the kind of thing hitters dream about when they're falling asleep at night.
So runner at second, 2 down. So now the Angel cleanup hitter, Mike Trout, 0 for 3 with 2 groundouts and a strikeout. Swing and a miss. That's strike one.
No ball, 1 strike.
Missed inside with the curve. Next offering is in for a strike. Well struck left field. That one is back. Gone. And they close the gap. It's 5-3. They needed that one, Singy.
Indeed they did. They've been fighting to get back into this game, and just like that, they're back in it. A breaking ball on the inside part of the plate requires a hitter to stay really square with his mechanics. If you fly open with the front shoulder, there's no way you keep that ball fair. An outstanding job mechanically. He deserves that home run.
Ward in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike. 2 gone, bases empty, but 3 runs across, and we're in the top of the 8th. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. And next for the Angels, Mike Napoli. And here comes Mark Kotsay as he's ready to make a change and go to the bullpen.
Now pitching.
Now a right-handed arm out of the bullpen, Mason Miller.
Well, he's had trouble at times keeping the ball in the park this season. Something to keep in mind here.
And the first pitch misses for ball 1. And there's a foul ball. Ward, the runner at first with 2 gone. This one driven deep, way back there, and it's gone. We are tied. It's their second home run of the inning. It's 5-5. That one just sounded different.
And might have been the loudest moment yet. Man, my ears are ringing. I could feel that swing from the booth.
So let's take a closer look inside the numbers. That blast from StatCast, 113 miles an hour off the bat, Singy.
And it just flew out of here, Boog. Even if you only heard the ball hit the bat, you knew that was a home run. I mean, he put a perfect swing on it, and the numbers back it up.
Here's the third baseman, Troy Gloss. Right through there for a strike.
Ball game is still tied. They can get out of this inning with a tie game.
Foul ball there. That one out to right. Renfroe getting an angle on it. Couldn't get to it before it dropped foul. Just missed.
He was looking for some firewood right there. I tell you what, if you're not out in front, swing at that pitch, you'll be looking for a new bat.
Hard hit, right side. Tosses to first. That'll end the inning after a lot of scoring. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. All even at 5 apiece. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Bottom of the inning. Now it's Hunter Renfroe. Base hit center field. Off to a good start with a leadoff knock.
Waste no time there. You
Now
often hear the
batting,
phrase
catcher,
short to it,
Kendall.
long through it,
Kendall.
and that's a great example of it right there. Got the barrel in the hitting zone early, squared it up with the well-timed swing, and came away with a beautiful line drive in the center field.
Substitution being made at first. Coming in as the
He's
pinch
running
runner,
at first
J.J.
base.
Bleday.
Number 30, J.J. Bleday.
Stepping in, Jason Kendall. Runner on the go. And the lefty with the 0-1. Runner goes again. Placencia. No chance at the double play with the runner in motion.
That's a good piece of hitting
Up
right
next
there.
for the
The job
A's,
was to move the
the
runner
center
up and
fielder,
give your team a
Johnny
chance to score the go-ahead
Damon.
run. That's exactly what happened, so you better believe your teammates are happy with you after that at bat.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Damon will hit next. That one
That's
misses.
down. That's a ball.
And it's 1-0. Swing and a miss. Strike one.
Let's see if he's willing to use the whole
1-1.
field right here. Definitely pounding him away.
Swing and a ball lined out towards center. Dives and it gets by. Coming home. He'll score around second now. Going for three. And he's got an RBI triple.
Well, there you go. The RBI machine. Another clutch run scoring at bat.
Yeah, he's been so good in these situations. Call it clutch if you want, but his resume speaks for itself. Now the left fielder, Ricky Henderson. Got to be careful with a slugger like this because he can turn it into a three-run game in the blink of an eye.
Yeah.
And that's in there for strike one.
Here's a sac fly situation, and he's got to make sure he gets the ball out over the plate and get those arms extended. They're trying to crowd him with the infield in. Be a big pickoff if he can push a run across.
Bounding ball here, rolls foul. One-run game. The A's looking for some insurance. Up and
That's the
in.
ball.
Now 1-2. Swung on, belted. And it gets into the corner, but it's foul. And there's a ball.
2-2.
A's leading by a run. Swing and a ground ball out to short. Stuck in a rundown, trying for home now. And he's out.
Now batting, number 19.
Now the number 2 hitter. Outfield deep here, trying to prevent anything over their heads. And a foul ball.
Well, if he's going to steal second, you want him to go early in the count. That way he's not a distraction to the hitter at the plate. Go ahead and get it out of the way so the hitter can focus on the pitch.
Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike 2.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
Hit on the ground to short. Whips it to first on the run. It's there, and that's a great play. RBI triple to bring in 1 for the A's. Last chance coming up here for the Angels.
Now pitching for
We're
the
back,
Athletics.
and on the mound is the closer,
Number
Dennis
43.
Eckersley.
Well, you see the ERA very solid, and that doesn't always tell you the whole story, but he's been really good so far this year.
Well, One-run game. Now here is Zach Neto. And that one fouled off. Looking to get the tying run on base. This one belted deep left field, on its way, gone. That one felt good, and they tie it up. It's 6-6. These fans are just heartbroken right now.
A good hitter gets pitch recognition early. He saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed on it and got all of it.
So it's all tied up thanks to the home run. Molina getting ready to hit. That one finds the zone. That's strike one. Back and forth we go. A seesaw battle in the late stages of this one. Foul ball, still 0-2. That's a base hit. And a go-ahead run is on base.
Well, he found himself behind in the count right there, but he didn't give in. He got that front foot down, and pitch recognition was on point. Pretty impressive for an 0-2 count.
That one ripped, but foul. Next offering is in for a strike.
The real threats are coming up. Already given up a home run in this inning.
He goes down looking.
Well, that's a pitch that slider from an opposite-handed pitcher that you usually see very well, but for some reason he didn't pick it up, and it just kind of got into the strike zone late. Gave up on it a little bit early.
Newman in the box now. Takes strike one. Swings and misses. And it's 0-2.
0-2.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. One away. Tie game. Go-ahead run stands at first. Got him looking. That's a strikeout. Now a chance for Don Baylor. Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like new pitcher on now, Michel Otonez.
47. Michel Otonez.
Swings through that one out in front that time.
0-1.
Next pitch downstairs, and the count is 1-1.
1-1.
Two gone. The possible go-ahead run at first. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. In there. Got him looking for the K. That was pretty nasty. But this clutch home run gets us even again. And we're all even now at 6 apiece. Back after this on the show. And we're back. Now the third baseman, Matt Chapman.
Now, this guy, a player that, if he gets on base, has the ability to really be aggressive getting around the base paths.
Suarez back to work. Chapman gets a piece there. This guy's got good power. With one swing, he can win it for him. Line drive, that's a base hit.
Look, I don't think that pitch would have been called a strike, but
Now
he did such a nice job of pulling his hands tight to the body and just getting enough of the barrel on it to be hard enough back up the middle for a knock.
Digging in, Mark McGwire. Swing and a miss. Missed that by a mile. That's strike one. Swings through that.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
Chases the fastball up the ladder, struck him out.
Well, that at bat seemed to be over as soon as it started. 3-pitch strikeout. You've got to be better at the plate right there. At least to foul something off, extend that at bat.
Next is the designated hitter, Nick Kurtz. So they're making a move for a bat off the bench. Javier Lopez, the winning run on base for him. Misses the zone and he gets him to chase.
0-1.
And a swing and a miss there.
A little anxious, a little aggressive early in the count. Too much for me.
And a swing and a miss. 2 gone.
Well, interesting. He's looking very comfortable out of the stretch after giving up the leadoff single. Back-to-back strikeouts, so they haven't been able to move that runner up, get him into scoring position, and try to have a better chance of scoring. I tell you, good job so far on the mound. He just needs one more out.
And that is out of play. Trying to send this to extra innings. Swing and a high fly ball hit the air left center field. This one's got a chance. Onto the track, and he makes the catch. So they can't come up with the winning run, and that means we'll have to go a little longer here tonight to find a winner. And we're all even at 6 apiece. And welcome back to the ballpark. We're in extras here, and now it's the Angels cleanup batter, Mike Trout. Luis Severino will take over here.
Well, he's been a really tough guy to take deep this season. You usually have to string some hits together in order to get to him.
Severino.
On the ground to third. Zips it to first. One up, one down. So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Here's the left fielder, Taylor Ward. That's in there. Strike one. One out.
0-1.
The go-ahead run is at second. Right side, and that chance handled. Save! And the go-ahead runs at third. Making a move to first. Pinch running for the Angels, Joe Adell. Next to hit, Mike Napoli.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
That one down the line, and it's just foul. That was close. Severino. That misses the zone. 1-2 to count.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2.
Swing and a high fly ball out towards right center field. Drops into the glove. Runner tagging from third. Play at the plate, safe, and they take the lead.
Well, he's always capable of losing one over the fence. He might have just missed it right there, but a good job to drive in that run from third.
Gloss stands in now and watches strike one. Adell off of first with 2 away. Fouled off left side.
Well, he saw that changeup really well, just a little early, still barreled it. As you see, home run distance, just couldn't keep it fair.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle. They take the force out. That's the third out. So they scratch across a run here on no hits, no errors, and a man left. Last chance to even things up. We head to the bottom of inning number 10. It's the Angels 7 and the Athletics 6. Welcome back, and here comes the closer, C.J. Wilson. Runner in scoring position, no outs. This is J.J. Bleday. Entered the game as a pinch runner. First plate appearance for him here.
And things could change quickly here with one swing.
And misses inside.
In today's game, outs are valuable, so guys aren't just willing to give themselves up to advance a runner. They're trying to drive him in as well in the process. So I don't expect him to shorten up and just try to hit behind the runner here.
Ripped on the ground to second. Tosses to first. One out, the bottom of the 10th.
Couple of pitches and a quick out.
Now batting, catcher Jason Kendall.
Jason Kendall, the next to hit, known for his late inning heroics. On the ground, right side. Roll off line, he's safe. And a nice job there to keep it from getting away. And now it's going to be Johnny Damon, third baseman playing on the edge of the grass, looking for the sac bunt. Out to center. Trout sizing it up. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. And there's two away.
The left fielder,
So
number
next,
24,
Ricky Henderson.
Well, with pretty good speed over there at first base, I think the pitcher's got to slow everything down. Hold the ball a little bit, step off, just try to break the rhythm and timing of a potential base stealer.
Yeah, that's fouled off. Hard liner. Dives and makes the catch.
One of the most fun and exciting things you can do as an outfielder. You lay out, you make a diving catch, and you end the inning. That gets the team fired up in the dugout.
Joe Adele.
Go ahead run on base. Now it's the DH for the Angels, Zach Neto. Up the middle, base hit. Rounds third, headed for the plate. Here's the throw. Safe. It's now 8-7. Well, they didn't waste any time as they knock home the runner from second to get on the board.
Huge for team confidence and how you approach the situation. Still have a guy on base, and now they'll try to add on.
Now here is Benji Molina. And that one fouled off. There's a strike.
Well, we call that keyhole. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. One on, nobody out, a run in here in extra innings. That's back there. And gone! He'll circle the bases, and they boost their lead. It's 10-7. That's their fourth home run of the game.
They can't stop, and they won't stop hitting home runs in this one, Boog. They're clearly feeding off of each other at the dish.
So back to the top of the order. Choo-choo Train, the next to hit for the Angels. The shortstop takes the ball. Now 1-1.
1-1.
Swings and misses at the pitch off the plate.
Count.
And down on strikes. And that's gets the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer.
Third time he struck out in this one, and definitely an individual performance you want to flush. He just hasn't looked very comfortable up there. Just one of those days. But when you're still winning the ball game, at least you can focus on doing your part to maintain that lead and getting that W.
And first offering is fouled off. Ground ball right side. Halter. Throw to first in time.
Now batting, right fielder Don Baylor.
Don Baylor, the next to hit for the Angels. Right through there for a strike. Line drive, base hit. So he gets on base and keeps it going.
Up next for the Angels, the center fielder, Mike.
Now Trout gets a chance to hit. Runner on the move. There's a ball. Throw to second. One out at second. That ends the inning.
The catcher definitely looked ready for that stolen base attempt. Got in position quickly, and a strike down to second base to end the inning.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Here's the second baseman. He is quite an athlete. I mean, you look around the other sports, basketball, football, you feel like he could thrive in one of those sports too. Swing and a miss. There's the slider. 0-1.
Oh, no fair right there. I mean, that slider didn't move till the very last moment. Incredibly difficult to pick that up. Just kind of have to tip your cap on that pitch.
Ground ball, and that's through the infield. Ricky around third and on his way home. But now he hits the brakes and hustles back to third. So they hold the runner at third, wanting to play it safe. I think that comes back to bite him.
Boy, it's hard to say. That runner on second to start extras is critical. You want to make sure you don't waste him. If they don't score this inning, there'll be some second guessing for sure.
Matt Chapman to the plate in this high leverage situation. Runner on the go.
That miss,
is
that's
low. And that's a stolen base, not even close. And that extends his lead for the most stolen bases in baseball. Chapman gets a piece there.
Well, he knows they don't want to give him anything to hit, but when you've got opportunities to drive in runs, you've got to expand the zone. He's capable of going out there and doing damage with it.
Swing and a miss. And a count 1-2. With the tying run at the plate, and we're in the bottom of the 11th. And that one almost got him. Right side, hard hit. Newman to first in time. And that is a big first out.
Well, you're definitely looking to do more with that opportunity at the plate. Two runners in scoring position, but at least he puts the ball in play. They bring across one run.
Ben Joyce on a pitch out of the pen here.
Well, with a runner at third and less than 2 outs, he's coming in looking for strikeouts right here. Ball's put in play, give him a good chance at bringing home that run.
And the batter now, Mark McGwire. And there's no doubt that they'll feed off the energy from this crowd, right?
I mean, yeah, I'd say the intensity level has gone up a few notches for sure.
Swing and a miss at 100 miles an hour.
0-1.
Fastball, and he gets out of the way.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Little chopper rolls foul. One away with a runner at third. And the home team trying to pull it out. And the 1-2 misses to even the count.
That was absolute gas. Triple digits on the gun. It's just a different experience as a hitter watching that go by.
Chopped left side. Gloss. Slings it across. There for the out. Runner scores from third. So it's their last chance in this one. Javier Lopez up next for the A's.
Struck out on just 3 pitches last time.
Fought off foul. A 1-run lead here in extra innings. This one in the air. He's got it. Ball game. And the Angels slug their way to a win in this one.
Well, I love the fact they didn't quit. They had to do a little extra work tonight to secure this win, but it's what you got to do over the course of a season if you want to be a championship ball club.
In a 1-run game as this one ends 10-9. A 1-run extra inning win for Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show. I'm John Sciambi. We'll see you soon for the next Game of the Week.
Looking like me.